So that is it for generic types already. They can really be tricky to understand, but in the end, the summary I gave you in the last lecture is the perfect explanation. They give us flexibility combined with type safety. We're flexible regarding the values we pass in or the values we use in a class, at least as long as we adhere to the possible constraints which you might have added. But we got full type support for what we then do with the class or with the result of a generic function. Because TypeScript then knows which concrete type we pass in when we call the function here, or when we instantiate the class here. Here we then set a concrete type, but we don't lock this class or this function down to that concrete type when we create it. Instead, we're flexible and might just provide some constraints, but of course these constraints also are optional, and you might have some generic classes or generic functions which have no constraints and some which have a lot of constraints. So generic types are a really useful feature. With promise and array, I showed you two of the many built-in generic types. And of course, we'll also see more, including custom generic types, throughout this course.